What's up, gang? I just want to take a couple minutes to quickly explain the two primary Weakauras we are going to use on Mythic Echo of Neltharion, how to set them up, and how they will function in the fight itself. So, first and foremost, we have the Private Auras list from Liquid's Avarice pack on the left, and we have BDGG's infamous Neltharion Portal and Volcanic Heart map on the right. Starting with the Portal and Heart map, you do not want to edit any settings in this Weakaura, including its location. It is tethered to your zone map, which is Shift M by default, and you move the Weakaura by moving the zone map itself. So first off, hovering over your zone map will cause this little tab in the top left to appear. Right-clicking it will give you three settings that you will want to interact with. First off, disable show teammates. It'll be a lot of clutter in the fight itself. Second, the lock zone map will allow you to move it around as you please and position the actual Weakaura. And third, you will need to change the opacity to 0 so you can see the Weakaura itself. Now, how this will function, we're going to start with phase 3 portals. This right now is a potential grid of the first set of portals that you will get. I am number 4 on the portal assignment, and you can see that the number 4 bubble is green. In the last phase, your specific location will be assigned through the MRT note, and the location you're supposed to go to will light up green. Another thing that's incredibly convenient, if you look at the bottom here, is you can see my arrow is actually moving around on this grid as I move. You can track yourself moving to your bubble, and so you'll know exactly when you are in the right location. Now, the one exception in phase 3, you will notice these 7 blue circles that have the letters A through G. It is possible for your portal to be missing. In that case, you will need to call taking C or taking E, whatever's nearby and available. Just make sure you verbally call it. There can be multiple people who are missing their portals, and it's important those of you are communicating with each other quickly and concisely so you know where each of you are going. Now, backtracking to phase 1 and 2 with the Volcanic Heart map. This is the very first setup of Volcanic Hearts in phase 1 along with the walls. You will see all of this in the fight, but you will not know if you are 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 when debuffed without using this list Weakaura on the left. So, covering melee roles first, tanks cannot get Volcanic Heart, and melee DPS can only get a maximum of 1 per set of hearts. Melee, if you ever get a Volcanic Heart, you will always be 5. You do not need to check the list in any way, shape, or form. Just head to the number 5 and you are good to go. It is important you still have it installed, but you don't actually have to use it. Ranged and healers, the list is a little more complicated for you. So, starting from the top, you will need to count the number of Volcanic Heart debuffs until you get to your own player frame. So, let's say I am the monk at the bottom of the list here. I would count 1, 2, 3 Volcanic Heart debuffs, and I am the 4th. That would make me position 4. I would turn towards and move to that 4th position and simply stand on the bubble until Volcanic Heart resolves. Volcanic Heart resolves pretty quickly, and Neltharion's room is quite large. It is very important that you count the list and are confident about which number you have. We're all going to make mistakes. We're human. That's perfectly fine. But just know, for instance, with me being 4, if I were to make a mistake and run towards 2 or 3, even doing that for a couple seconds will put me too far from my assigned position. I will not make it there, and I will bomb at least part of the raid trying to run back. So just look through the list, make sure you're confident you know which number you have, and then move to that assigned location. If you do end up going to the wrong position, just commit. It is livable if 2 of you stack. You will need personals, potentially externals, but it is livable, and it's much better than you trying to double back and bombing the raid accidentally. That will be a raid wipe. But that's how the volcanic hearts are going to work in all of phase 2 and phase 3. The Weakora will show the walls, it will show all 5 positions, and the private list will help you get to where you need to be. This Weakora, along with the raid plan I built showing the position of all 45 different heart locations, is listed in the description down below. And one last thing I'm forgetting for LVUI users is you want to go into your settings, go to skins, and disable the BG map setting. If this is enabled, it's going to put a black box around the outside of your Weakora. It's basically just visual clutter and pointless. So I advise turning that off specifically for this, and you will just get the clean Weakora itself. But yeah, that's it. If you guys have any questions, make sure you reach out and let me know, and get this stuff installed. Make sure you're comfortable with it and be ready to use these tools when we get to Echo of Neltharion here. But that's it. Thanks for the time, gang. And hopefully we do good things this week when we make it to Neltharion here.